George Kilpatrick Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. Amaris Collazo is the author of the blog This Is About Us. And she likes
Yes.
to highlight events going on for people like herself, who's relatively new to the Cuse. And when she says people like herself, Amaris, what do you mean by people like yourself?
Yeah, so just young people of color who are either new to Syracuse or looking to just get out more, find a sense of community. Yeah, I'm also a mom of two little ones, 2 and 6 months. So moms, parents also looking to get out, things to do with kids, things to do by themselves or just with their friends. Yeah.
Just and why did you decide that this was something that met your interest?
Yeah, so I have been in Syracuse as a resident for 3 years now. And like I said, I have two babies, so I have been inside of my house a lot. And so this year, it was really one of my goals to get out and just try new things, get back to like what I like to do, just get back to myself and my identity. And like I said, find a sense of community because I've been inside for so long. And so, yeah, that's really why I started it. And as I was going out more often, I just connected with people that also didn't know what was going on or where to find cool events. So I just decided that I might as well be the one to tell them.
And so you started to collect these events and you post them. Where do you post them?
Yes, so I post them on Instagram and on my blog's website, which you can find through Instagram. It's called This Is About Us. And the Instagram handle is at This Is About underscore us.
Yeah. And so tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I grew up in Boston and I
And I
was
won't hold that against you as a Yankee fan, but okay.
I know, sorry. But yeah, I grew up in Boston and came to SU for school. And I went home for a little bit after graduating. And then I came back here as a resident. And maybe 6 months later, had my first daughter. And the rest is history. I've been here ever since.
And you do some stuff outside of the blog as well in media. And so with that being said, you're also looking for stories that tell a different side of the Cuse, aren't you?
Yeah. So there's just a lot of stories and people that are doing like really cool things in the community that don't always get the light on them that they deserve. Um, Working in like media and news, there's just a lot of stories that are negative and or like bigger, I guess. And so I feel like even though these stories may not be as big as some of the stories that the news tells, they still deserve a platform. And they still deserve to be talked to and yeah.
Yeah, kind of like inspiration for the nation, right? It's
I think.
kind of like we try to find stories of success and achievement and the
Exactly.
positive stories that are happening in the community, not ignoring other things, but
Yeah.
we also want to highlight some of the great things that are going on. Uh,
Yeah. And since I've been doing this, and it's really been less than a month, but since I've been doing this, I have found so many different people and stories that like I literally have an entire list of what to tell next. There's just no shortage of like positive things going on. And I personally didn't know about all of them until I really went looking.
Now you have a behind the scenes role in media, but what's interesting to me is your writing, and a lot of what people don't understand about media is the importance of writing. Talk about
Mhm. Yeah, I personally just like writing because it's always been my way to get my opinions out, get my voice out. Sometimes being in front of the camera is just not my thing. Um,
it.
besides
And here
that,
you are, right? And here you are.
yeah. I definitely have to push myself a little bit to get in front of the camera, but I always feel like with writing, I've sometimes not liked it, but I know I've always been good at it. So I know if there's any way for me to get my voice out there, it's through writing. And I like also writing from my point of view. So that's why specifically I started the blog, where I can write about all the things I like, all the things that I think are cool. And, if people agree with me, then they're going to keep reading.
Because one of the things you and I have chatted, and one of the things you said to me is that you want to help people who are new to the Cuse like yourself, although you're 3 years in, so you're kind of old.
Yeah, I'm new at getting out.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you
Yeah.
wanted to help other people, young mothers in particular, but young also new moms,
Yeah.
find out about things that are going on in the community that they may or may not know about or may not connect themselves to automatically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, no, I'm saying that's what we talked about. Um, so one of the things you do is you tell us what's going on. So what's
Yeah.
coming up? What we got going on?
Yeah. So this is actually a really busy weekend coming up, which is perfect. We have a few things, and I try to find events that are pretty different. Like, I know young people like to go out, and like some people like to party, some people
Right,
like to,
right.
you know, but yeah, I like to get as many different types of events because, like I said, I'm a young person, but I'm also a mom. I'm also a woman of color. Like, there's so many different avenues. So yeah, coming up this weekend, there is a hair care workshop. It's called The Root Cause. It's also being put on by a mom of a young child, so that's really exciting. Um, we also have
What day is that?
what was that?
What day is that?
That is the 16th.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm just highlighting events from Saturday because there's a ton.
Yes.
So yeah, and then we also have Mary Nelson's backpack giveaway.
Yeah.
That is coming up as well. That's actually in a new location this year, which is Meacham Park.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's important to note as well.
Down in the valley.
Yep.
They
And
had to
then
move. So just so you know, we had Mary on last week. The um they had to move they had to,
giveaway.
they had to move it. they had to move it.
Yeah.
They had to move it because of they're doing some street work down where her center is. So that's why.
Yeah. And so after that starts at 10 a.m. and that goes all the way till 6. So if you have time at any point, you can go there and grab your backpack, but you do have to register your kid first.
Okay.
So you can't just show up and grab one. In the afternoon, though, there is a day party for younger adults or older adults, if that's your vibe. But it's put on by Afro Cuse, and it's called Summer Days. It's kind of like a end to the summer day party, and that's at the Merchant Commons on the rooftop. So
Mm.
that's fun. Hopefully the weather stays perfect for that as well. And yeah, during the week, there's a couple of things. So there is let's see, there is some for kids. There's Tiny Tykes, which is at Destiny USA. That's on Tuesday. I believe that's their last day doing that.
They would
Um,
they always want to give the dates.
yeah. Oh, Tuesday the 12th.
Okay.
Yep. And so that's from 12 to 2 at Destiny USA. They've been doing it all summer every Tuesday. And then next Tuesday, the 19th, will be the last one. Also, there is a free swimming lessons for kids. That's going to be on Wednesday, the 13th. And that is with Syracuse Healthy Start. So you can sign your kid up for that as well. And if you need a swim diaper or a swimsuit or anything like that, you can also give them a call and have them have that ready for you. So yeah, there's just a few things coming up and something that's happening every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. It started August 3rd and it goes to the 30th. That is yoga with the elephants. That's at the zoo.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, something very different, but still cool. That's at the zoo, and that is $30 per session. So you can go on their website and pick which day you want to sign up, pay the $30, and then you get to do some yoga, and you have that backdrop of the elephants at the zoo.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So yeah, a ton of stuff coming up, all different things. We also have the Syracuse Latino Festival in Clinton Square. And then
What day is
Cuse
that?
same day, August 16th.
Okay, everything happening in
Yeah.
60. Yes.
Almost everything is on the 16th. There's so much stuff happening. But other than that, on the 18th, which is a little bit into next week on the Monday, um, the Dominique's Dance Creations is a dance studio. It's in DeWitt, and they are having their Summer of Dance, like hip hop lessons. And so that goes from baby hip hop to kids hip hop, all the way to adult hip hop. And that's from 5 o'clock to 6:30. And that is uh, the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Wow. Lots
Yep.
going on.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and Amaris, uh, one of the things we got to say is that much of the stuff that you picked out is about us, isn't
Exactly.
it?
And that's the whole point.
That's the whole point. Well, good. I'm glad you stopped by to let us know. Again, tell us where we can find the blog and where we can find your events calendar.
Yep. So right now we are Instagram and our website. Instagram handle is thisisabout_us, and website is the same without the underscore. And yeah, you can go right on there. I post events weekly. I try to get all of them in, but there's so many that sometimes you just have to go to the calendar. Yeah, you can find the calendar right on the website, drop down menu, hit event calendar, and you can find the calendar for every month. Right now, August looks completely full, but there's constantly new events coming in, new flyers coming out. So I'm sure it'll get even more events waiting. So yeah.
All right, Amaris Collazo, this is about us. Find it on Instagram and find it also on her website. Amaris, thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for
And
inviting me.
we look forward to hearing from you again soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Inspiration for the nation.